Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Reading the Comments. This is the 17th time we've done this, and I got, of course, 3 comments lined up to read to you today. If you would like to have a comment read on the air by yours truly, there's a couple ways you can do it. Most people tend to do it through YouTube. It seems to be the easiest way to do this, but you can also send over an email to talesofhonorpodcast@gmail.com. Also, over on the website, there's a way to submit messages as well as comment on each story that exists. So, many ways for you to do it. And as long as it's a clean comment, or as clean as possible, I will read it on the air. I'll censor if I absolutely have to, because it is a family-friendly show after all. First up is going to be from episode number 495 of Richard Longfellow. This comment comes from a good friend of mine, American Dude. American Dude sounds like one heck of a guy, if I do say so myself. American Dude writes, "Evening, sir. What's the Scouts? Sounds like a forward observer or Marine sniper. Risky and fun." Well, American Dude, if I may call you Dude, dude, let's see here. This was on episode 495. So this story took place during the Philippine-American War, like we're currently covering, and there was several stories in a row that all had to deal with people who were in an organization called Young's Scouts. And I did actually answer this question the very next episode. But for those who may be listening out of order or didn't catch it, I will actually read what I wrote from 496, which describes what Young's Scouts were. I write, "For those that may have missed previous episodes, Young's Scouts was a select group of soldiers organized by a civilian, William Henry Young, from Vermont. During the Philippine-American War, they acted similar to today's U.S. Army Cavalry Scouts, with being forward of a traditional unit as a guard and tasked with search and destroy missions. Originally, the Scouts had 25 members, but as members were wounded or killed, new members were selected to replace them. And 14 members of Young Scouts received the Medal of Honor, and Marcus, which was the episode 496, received one, and as well as Richard Longfellow, which was covered in that episode 495. So, yes, a form of forward observer, I guess similar to, Marine Scout snipers, recon. So, yeah, pretty cool, risky, and fun. So I'm sure it might have been a little bit more risky back then than it is today, but who knows? I don't know. I never did that. So, thanks again, dude. Moving on, Robert Bush, 457. This comment comes from Tracy Sturgill. Tracy writes, "Bob Bush came back from the war and finished school with my mom. I got to meet him twice, one of the times at my parents' 50th wedding anniversary. Bob had a large business in the lumber industry, but he never forgot his beginnings. I've often stood in front of his grave reading the words Medal of Honor. He truly was a great man and forever a hero at our house." Well, thank you very much, Tracy. It's always cool to me to know that people get to personally know these. I mean, they're just normal people, just like you and me. They're everyday people that just happen to do something that was above and beyond. And I find it really cool that these stories touch so many other facets of society rather than just their families and the families of those they served with. So really cool. So thank you for sharing that with me. Last but not least is from Repeat Offender, Mr. Peanut 8421. He commented on episode number 496 about Marcus Robertson. Peanut writes, "My sister is a high school history teacher. I sent her a link to this episode. Maybe she can inspire a couple of her students to participate in your event to send mail to Living Medal of Honor recipients." Thank you once again for commenting, Mr. Peanut. And I will say what he's referencing, in case you have not been following along, is Medal of Honor Mail Call, which, if you didn't know, National Medal of Honor Day is in 2 days, March 25th. And Janine Stange, not my event, but Janine Stange has taken this upon herself to kind of compile a bunch of letters written by you all and many more, students, adults, everywhere, to Living Medal of Honor recipients, which there are 66 of currently. And this is the 6th annual Medal of Honor mail call, and I've had links in the show notes of recent episodes this month so that you could do that. I think there's still some time to do digital correspondence if you'd like to. I don't think a letter will get there in time. So I will have a link in the show notes for more information on how to also do that. I know 2 classes at my kids' school took part in that this year, mostly because, well, I'm kind of trying to affect change within the grades that my kids are in first. So they, both my kids in 4th and 6th grade, wrote letters along with their fellow classmates to Medal of Honor recipients this year, and I'll see if I can maybe get that out to more teachers next year. So it's a cool thing, and I think everyone should do it, and it'll help spread awareness of what these people did. And actually, last night in the car, I was chatting with my daughter about why I pushed her, I suggested it to her teachers, and very simply, my answer was that the same reason why I do this podcast is that these stories deserve to be told forever. You take an event that was the worst day of somebody's life, for which they were awarded the highest award that the military can offer, making them a form of celebrity. And I know that's not really the way these people would like to see it, but in a way, they should be held to a standard for us to look at. Not football players that are known for abusing loved ones or doing other criminal acts and still having a job and being praised by fans, but people who true integrity was displayed by doing the right thing no matter what. My oldest decided to write a letter to Kyle Carpenter, who jumped on a grenade. In that split second, he didn't have to do that, but he did. And I proceeded to tell her that while she will more than likely, statistically, never have to jump on a live grenade, our lives are filled with little mini rhetorical grenades. They're not real grenades, but we have situations throughout our entire lives that we must have to diffuse and jump on. And sometimes it's not an easy decision to make, and it's not a good one, but it has to be done in order to do the right thing. And hearing a story of someone who jumped on a real live grenade and survived to save others should be a form of inspiration, of integrity to our children, to even ourselves as adults, to do the right thing no matter what the cost. So that's why I think this is so important. And that's going to wrap up today's 17th version of Reading the Comments. Thank you very much for listening. Have a good one.